And they're like, nah, man, that's the Great White Nursery right there. That's where all they're breeding. But I still jumped off the boat and swam ashore. I don't know.
Interesting.
I didn't want to get eaten. I just felt like they might have been sleeping. Or they weren't home. I did it, then 2 other people did, and I was like, fuck it, we all doing it. They gotta catch this. They're gonna catch us all?
Yeah.
No.
New York's had a lot of favorite daughters and sons. It's had a lot of people that can stand before the metropolis and say, you know, I got the key to that city. Billy Joel is definitely one of those people.
There.
There's no question about that. He's got the key to the city. You know what else has had the key to the city? Action Bronson.
Thank you.
To the city.
Thank you very much.
So nice to see you.
I have the key to Lyon also.
Oh, nice.
I do.
What did you do to get that?
They gave me a silver plate. I don't know if it's the same thing as a key in Kosovo.
Oh, but
They gave Dua the key. They gave me the fucking silver plate.
It's because she put the festival on and you showed up.
I did my thing, though.
I understand, but she created the infrastructure and you took the check.
It's all right. I'm happy with the plate.
I mean,
it's in my bathroom.
Functional. It's functional.
Your bathroom.
It's hanging on the wall. It's a wall plate.
What else is in there?
What do you mean?
Like, do you got more trinkets in the bathroom?
Yeah. It's trinketed out.
Okay.
So the bathroom is where you go to reflect on life and the achievements of life.
Well, you know, there's octagonal shapes, things holding scents and different
Beautiful.
types of elixirs and oils.
Beautiful. I don't think we pay enough respect to our bathrooms as young people.
No, you got a eucalyptus always has to be fresh in there.
Exactly.
No, my wifey keeps it right. I wouldn't do that. I like to collect towels. Every time I go to Heathrow for some reason, I have to get a towel.
From Heathrow?
In Hermes, but in Heathrow.
Yes, in Heathrow.
Only I have to pay extra, and I'm just getting on the plane and I'm out of there.
Listen, Heathrow's always had the bag.
Every time.
Heathrow's always had the bag. Here's the thing: when you go through TSA in Heathrow, you get through the other side. It's always had the mall, always had the runway.
Feels good.
Feels good.
They need to have other places like that. I mean, JFK should have a runway.
Yeah, it doesn't have a runway.
It doesn't.
It doesn't have a runway.
LaGuardia is decent, but it's nothing. It's nothing to like.
I feel like
write home about.
I feel like Newark had a chance to create a runway.
That's too far for me.
Too far.
That's too far for me.
Where are you now? Just proximity without giving too much
15
away.
minutes from LaGuardia.
How many places in New York do you think you live? Estimate, like how many areas in New York you think you've moved?
3.
Three.
No, 4.
4. Okay.
Yeah.
Starting in?
Just in Queens and the Bronx.
Yeah.
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 It's a beautiful place to live, honestly. You could pick a corner and live there.
You know, it is a beautiful place to live. And the strangest thing happened on this trip, and it coincides with some other changes in my life, but I started to feel very relaxed in New York for the first time. It never had that effect on me. I'd always jack in.
You're in another headspace. Maybe you're coming here for another thing. It depends on the people you're with and what your aim is. Honestly, the city does fucking eat you up. There's no doubt about that. You got to get out.
You just got back.
I just got back. Couldn't wait.
You were in Europe.
A lot.
How was it?
For a month.
Yeah, how was it?
It was phenomenal.
Good.
I went on vacation for 10 days. I got in Paris, I got locked up with my fucking driver.
What?
I was going to get pastries. My family were leaving.
Yeah.
And I take him. We go, 9 in the morning to my man Bertrand's spot.
Yeah.
Tapestry.
Yeah.
He had a box waiting for me. We get caught at the light. There's 2 cops over there. They're talking to the driver. The driver is wearing a suit, and he has some sort of pin. And they question him about the pin.
Oh, shit.
And apparently the pin is like your work for the president.
Interesting.
And they're not having it because the Olympics are coming, so they pull him out. They question him. They arrested him for impersonating a police officer. What? They bring me in. They refuse to speak English, but they still leave me with the phone.
What?
I'm just like, yo, bro, I'm just trying to get to my family.
I got my pastries.
It's ridiculous. I didn't get the pastries yet.
This is crazy.
So 3 hours, my man has to make the phone call somehow. I text him. He calls them. He's like, yo, he calls the precinct. He has the key to the city in Lyon, the mayor. This is going to cause a scandal, blah, blah, blah. Somehow they fucking let me out. 3 hours later, I got the pastries, but my family had already left. So I was very angry. but there was no consolation except the pastry.
What can you do?
I was just fucking pissed. I'm just saying, like, that's how I started the tour.
That is such a strange collection of events to happen that just seems so wildly like, if you wrote that down because you're a writer, you're a script writer,
But I'm also, it's not easy to elaborate as much as I really would like to. There was all kinds of details that I could have gotten into. But
yeah.
it's a lot. It was just too much for me.
I'll be there next week. Who you want me to ride on? I got you. I'll do it in your honor.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to the Olympics.
Nah, don't
You are
fucking
not
don't
going to
get
the
involved.
Olympics. You're going to the Olympics?
I am going next week.
Seriously?
What are you gonna go see?
I for sure got tickets to basketball and tennis.
Okay.
Damn, man, good for you. I didn't even know you were going to go to the
I'm going
Olympics.
next week, straight up.
Special kind of character, I think, buys tickets in advance to go to the Olympics and then goes to the Olympics.
It's
right?
gonna be hectic.
It's
I
gonna
mean,
be
you pulled the
crazy.
trigger on that a year ago.
Yeah, I knew I was going to do it in January. I started pulling the trigger.
It's going to be interesting if, the game against Sudan's got anything to go about.
What was that?
Oh, wow.
What was that?
Oh, wow.
Get your act
You see
together.
that Sudan nearly beat the USA.
That was winning.
That was a little
One point.
exhibition. It's an exhibition.
Not to them.
I understand. They were just running it out there. They were giving it a shot together. This is their first time playing together.
Right.
It's not the dream team.
There can only be one. Only one dream.
The world's caught up, man. They've gotten better at basketball. It's okay.
100%.
Yeah,
It's
they
all
have.
right.
They
There's
have.
no doubt about it.
Yeah. So glad to have you in here. Maybe we should
glad
just
to be here.
try and clear the day and just hang out all day and just talk about life all day. Just have like 8-hour podcast.
I got
You know
nothing,
what?
I got nothing
Listen,
going on. I got
things.
nothing. I got nothing going on.
So Sirens add a little bit of gravity, a little bit of energy, a little bit of drama, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of drama to it.
That's why I train, so I could run away.
You're fast too, right?
I'm pretty fast, but
You're
I'm not
pretty
gonna lie. As soon as my fucking what is that called? Plantar fasciitis feels better, I'm gonna start definitely challenging heads. Like, yo,
You got any, so you're carrying a little injury right now? Carrying a little,
no one's ever 100%. I'm not gonna reveal what I got.
That's way worse. That's way worse.
I'm Belichick with the injury report.
I'm just urging you, if it's a hamstring, now's the time to tell us.
I'm not gonna tell you which one though. It's a lower leg.
Oh, man. You're keeping yourself fit, man. We've known each other long enough to know.
Trying.
Well, we've known each other
Up and down.
It isn't life. But, I've known you long enough to know when you started to take it really seriously, I feel like. And I mean that genuinely. Like, I know that you would talk about often the idea of curbing certain tendencies and getting healthy and stuff. But then it's like you really, you create discipline in your life and you really, what was those first sort of weeks and months like when you realized that something had changed and you just didn't want to carry that weight anymore? And as charming and as brilliant as you are, no matter how you look, you just wanted to live different.
It was actually shame. It was a shame that I had let myself get there because I've always been an athlete. I was, what the fuck is going on? What is this? I'm wearing fucking muumuu shirts. I still like a good, comfortable shirt, but my Lord, I was like, oh, what is this?
Yeah.
And, having a brand new baby, I want to be around forever.
I want to be around forever.
This is too much fun.
Yeah, it's too much fun.
Life is too fucking, there's too many sick opportunities for, a vibe. I can't even explain. There's so much
good.
shit going on.
Vibe
man.
is good. Vibe is good.
The fuck are we doing?
Let's reclaim vibe.
Vibes.
I think about your life. I was trying to explain it to my friends and the other day when I was telling you were coming on. I didn't explaining. I was really just reiterating what they already know, which is that, you've really just kind of dedicated yourself to things that you love. And without really, from a fan's point of view, without worrying whether they'll intersect in due time. And what's beautiful about it is that, and sure, FTD, Fuck That's Delicious, had hints of that. You're on tour, you get to do the show and everything else.
Absolutely.
But the painting, the way that it merges into your music now, the fashion, just everything that you do is, you must have reached a point in your life now, Baby Blue, where you just look at the whole mass and go, vibe.
I'm happy, but I'm never satisfied.
Why?
What do you mean? Why? You got to keep going.
Why?
Because what the fuck? What am I gonna stop?
No, but
no. Like I said, I'm happy. There's no doubt about it. But you still you strive for more. You want more. You want someone. You want notoriety, or you want, or you just. I want to just create a fucking beautiful collection of things that I could show.
Yes.
I like objects.
Yes.
I like physical thing. I don't know. I always loved sneakers and drawing sneakers as a kid. I have all these fucking drawings that my mother saved for me, and I'm like, man, I'm doing everything that I did as a child now, and I don't know. This shit is amazing.
Do you ever?
And painting is therapy, like I always say, it's therapy, but it's serious shit.
Yeah,
I take it seriously.
of course.
You know, like I take everything seriously, but it's always with fun.
You know, we made that distinction before we started the conversation today, where I was like, look, Bronson's fun and funny. He's one of the funniest people to ever meet. His charm is like unbounded, but you know, he's a serious artist. Like this guy is like, he takes his shit really seriously. And you were mentioning your mum before,
But not too serious, you know. Serious enough.
What do you take really seriously?
I mean, everything. This, life, living. I take being able to breathe seriously. That's it.
When it comes to
Everything else is everything, nothing is formulaic. It's all moment by moment, reactionary.
So how did you know it was time to react and make this new record?
Took a fucking, I don't know. I mean, it's not that long, and I understand, you know, it took a long time because I'm a family man.
Yeah.
Having 2 children and being daddy and doing all these other things and fucking working on all these other things that I do and creating music, it becomes, you know, it's not easy. So it happened over the course of maybe a year and a half. And it just magically came together for me. I don't know. I started putting things together one by one in my way and just fucking by the seat of my underwear, like always, just finished it off.
You know, but there is
Pause.
there's
That was a crazy one. By the seat of my underwear.
I have a unique relationship with pause. Because you say...
Well, just that one. That one was crazy.
I understand. I just like to let people pause in their own pause.
It's simmering it.
It's a decent coffee.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get the flavor.
Well, let's talk about the hierarchy of compliments that you have to give now, being someone who's known for the exploring the culinary arts through food and beverage, and someone who has exceptional taste. Where does decent sit on a scale of 1 to 10? Because decent for most people is probably the 6 or 7, but for you, decent is a what?
I don't know. I don't really gauge it like that.
How do you look at it?
Just for the momentary pleasure. And then if the memory lasts, you know it's good.
The memory lasts.
Right? Am I going to remember this cup of coffee? Probably not.
Yeah, decent.
It's a decent coffee.
Right. What's the last meal you truly remembered?
I mean, I've had several of them.
Very recently.
I was just on an entire tour where we were filming Fuck That's Delicious while I was doing my musical endeavors. I like to join the two. If I'm somewhere touring, I bring everything together.
Yeah.
It's just, that's the way I work. It's just, it works harmoniously.
Was the whole crew with you?
Of course.
Amazing.
Of course.
Body, mayhem?
Well, no, that's, you know, it's moved away from that type of, I do it more alone now.
Okay, yeah, I wondered.
But I did have my boy Clovis from Paris with me.
Good.
He's a Parisian, fun time.
Yeah. So the decision to just kind of like change it up, not to split it up, just change it up. What prompted you to want to kind of take a look at FTD and just go, you know what, maybe I want to kind of try it a different way? Because that was like set in stone for 4 seasons, right? 3, 4, 5
Well,
seasons.
it was set in stone because it was signed through with Vice. You know, they were paying us to do it.
Yeah.
And then when that fell apart, it's my shit.
Yeah.
This is my life, so I just kept going with it and created and did with it as I saw fit.
Yeah.
And created this lane of what I really live and what I do. It's just all me. So
when you go back and listen to this record, right, and you because of course you're going to immediately dial into to you because we all love you. So we're like, what's he saying? How's he saying it? But the musicality on this record is deep. Like you really,
for sure.
Like let's listen to the playing going on. That's your boy from the band, or maybe not your boy, maybe your girlfriend.
Yeah, no, it's my boy Julian Love.
Yeah, really strong. Great playing, and also just a sense that like you're finally moving into a space where I feel like you're just creating your own samples. It just sounds like you're just creating your own world now.
Yeah, man, I don't know. It's been a while for me where I just don't give a shit. I just do what I want. Mm-hmm. I give a shit, but I'm saying I do what I want, and it allows me to maneuver in ways that others wouldn't, and I would. So it's like I don't know. The music to me is I give you this. This is my exhibition.
Yeah.
This is my artistic exhibition of how I feel at that moment.
When you first come out and you're making records, it's one at a time. You're just figuring out whether you put it out, get it out, who likes it, what's it going to do, the ticket's going to sell, all that stuff. You're saying you're in a clearing
It's
now.
kind of
where it's
unconscious of what's happened, honestly.
Like, yeah.
Like I don't know how this has got to here. It's been a fucking crazy. It's like I said. It's like it's a blur, because you're here now, and it's like you have to actually think about all those times, like going up to weirdo fucking radio stations, and now you're here with you and doing all that shit, and it's like I started doing this 2009, man. It feels kind of crazy. I feel like an old motherfucker.
15 years, man. It's an
But
amazing
I feel
run.
so spry. Like I feel so much better than I did in my 20s. Like I choke something every day. I practice choking in different ways every day.
Can you explain that a little bit for people?
Well, you just fucking choke.
That's like a crime, man.
Yeah, you commit crimes every day. I'm committing a crime in the gym.
Yeah, but you're hitting the dojo. You're in the dojo.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be the best me.
Yeah, trying to squeeze some joy out of something.
I'm just trying to squeeze the joy out of life.
I love it. How's family? How's being a daddy?
I mean, it's a beautiful
Isn't it
thing.
the best?
I've been a father for so long.
By the way,
man.
can I just say, he hates it when I gas him on the air because, he's his own man. But our boy Lucius turned 16 today. My son.
Yeah.
Gorgeous man. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. We're very proud of him. Yeah.
What a man.
It's a beautiful moment, turn 16. It goes by quick, man. As you know.
16 years old is no joke.
Yeah. Good kid, though.
I hope so.
No, sir.
Because they'll have to fucking answer to me.
Uncle Action.
That's right.
Yeah.
What have you learned about fatherhood?
Wrestling moves.
How have you enjoyed the maturity of your own wisdom as a father from when you started and the lessons you learned first time around and then kind of getting a chance to do it again over time?
You just got to enjoy every single moment.
Yeah.
Honestly, you got to enjoy every moment. And like you said, it goes fast, but you have to let kids be them. Just let them be them. I'm still thinking in their mentality. Like,
Yeah.
I remember being fucking a little bastard, I remember being a little bastard. So just, you got to let them be them and guide them slightly.
Do you and your mum ever laugh about your behavior as a kid? Do you ever
Of course, they fucking tell the stories
Yeah,
of all
they
the
tell
bullshit,
us
all the shenanigans.
What's one of your mum's favorite stories you can share with us right now that she tells? She'll tell over and over again just because she likes to tell it.
She loves to tell when she fucking. I got arrested in Linden, New Jersey for stealing goods, and I was wearing a suit.
Goods. Remember when people used to steal goods?
You didn't hear the punchline, motherfucker. I was wearing a suit.
Oh shit.
I was wearing a suit, and I was like fucking 18 years old wearing a suit with a ponytail. I looked like Travolta with a blonde ponytail. It looked ridiculous. And I thought that was gonna be covert in the Home Depot when I was stealing paint, and in the Kmart when I was stealing televisions and boom boxes. And then, somehow, she just had to come get me. A parent had to come get me.
Fair. Why was you stealing paint?
Doing graffiti or selling paint. You know what I mean? Like it was scum. It was scum shit. We used to go in Home Depot and steal the saw. It was a saw blade. And you didn't even have to leave the store. You would take that and take it to the return desk right away. Go from the aisle to the return desk, then you'd get the card. Then you could sell the card. Silly shit, man. What the fuck? I don't even know why I know those things. She likes to tell that one. She likes to tell the one when I got suspended from 6th grade because I was a rabbi for Halloween that she dressed me as. She's a Jew.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. 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 And then school wasn't having it.
They weren't happy with
weren't
it.
having it.
The payas was on my hat, and when I lifted the hat, the thing would come off. It was like Jackie Gleason Mel Brooks comedy. It was more of Mel Brooks comedy,
Yeah.
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 It didn't fly. This was 6th grade, the 90s, maybe 90,
1990.
maybe 89.
It's always a pass when your parents set you up for failure like that. Yeah. Right? That's a pass.
She laughed. There's pictures, but now it's funny.
Yeah. Give us one more.
It's a story.
Give us one more.
One more. That's 2 fucking bangers. Holy shit. Let me think. I don't know. There's so many. My life.
Your life. Mel Gibson did give you COVID.
That's a fact. I mean, I don't like to tell this story, but I will.
Okay.
That bastard gave it to me for sure. It was at UFC, McConnor Gregory. I mean, probably McConnor Gregory. Conor McGregor and fucking Dustin Poirier part 3.
Yeah.
This was the COVID days. He turned around. We were the only ones there at the prelims. There was no one there. It was just me and him. He turned. I was sat here. He sat in front. He turned around and kept saying shit to me in my face. You know, like commenting on the punch and commenting on the kick. And then everyone got it. Me and 4 other guys got it.
Was that the Fight Island era?
Nah, that was after.
Oh, okay.
This was the first one back, I think, in Vegas.
Gotcha, okay.
It's fucking whatever. I'm strong, man. Fuck that bullshit.
Yeah.
I got over it.
Yeah.
All I did was watch the Olympics, Suni Lee. She was a fucking phenom. You know about Suni
She's
Lee?
amazing.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
from Auburn with the Auburn.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
This is your Olympics, guys.
Yeah,
aren't
yeah,
they?
exactly.
Soon,
She's-
yeah.
She did the uneven bars to perfect. She took over when, what's her name, fell out? Simone Biles.
yeah.
Right,
She got
right,
the
right, right.
When she had the emotional thing?
Yeah.
Twisties.
Exactly. She
Yeah.
came through and started doing the uneven bars act was unbelievable.
Yeah, the gymnastics now has got to a point where it's another
It's insane.
The beam was stupid.
Yeah.
You know, she came through and she was it the floor? She killed the floor
She killed it
exercise
all.
also.
Yeah, but how you still in college doing college gymnastics while you in I don't understand how that works.
Yeah.
They're amateurs. You got to be an amateur
That's
to
crazy.
be
Yeah, you
to
can't
be
be
in
a-
the Olympics. You have to be an amateur. You can't be a pro.
Yeah, with obvious, very glaring exceptions
Yo,
now.
the college girls about to be accountants and stuff, and they're going to get some girl that's getting like 5 gold medals. That ain't right.
Well, it's not, but it's all changing in real time, though, right? I mean,
Yeah.
there's been changes already in recent years. I mean, everyone's
get
trying to figure,
paid.
right? Everyone's
I got
trying
a
to
college
figure out how to
football game now.
soften the edges of that particular thing. It takes time.
The Olympics should just be the Olympics. I don't know how to fix it or fuck it up.
Did you have a favorite Olympics when you were a kid?
Like actual event.
Like watching the Olympics, maybe like a favorite like Olympics when you were a kid.
I love diving. I love recently Chinese 13-year-old fucking 7 perfect 10s.
Unbelievable.
It was one of the most breathtaking performances ever by a fucking 13-year-old girl. Like literally one for the ages. Should go back and check that shit out.
I'm
It
gonna
was
go check
next
that shit
level.
out. Emotional.
That's enjoyable to me.
It gets emotional.
Track
I think.
and field.
Watching people perform at that level when they achieve something that is a level of skill and grace in combination.
At that exact moment when they need to be the best.
Right.
At 13 is a fucking mindfuck.
That's just crazy.
Like I could barely tie
And
my
no-
shoes when I was 13.
No one had any footage on her. She came in on like some shit.
Just crushed it.
Straight up.
I'm a Kerry Strug guy, 96 Olympics. Yeah,
I'm
man.
trying to think.
I was a big Dominic Mucciano guy.
Probably my favorite moment was Vince over the Frenchman.
Oh, the greatest dunk of all
Nuts-
time.
nuts on the chin, nuts on the head.
7 something. Yeah.
His nuts went from here.
Yeah. Kevin Garnett lost his mind. Gary Payton.
Everyone did.
Yes, the greatest dunk ever.
Man, they showed that on Sports Center 7 million times. Unbelievable.
Off of like 2 steps too. Wasn't he like a super running jump?
No,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like easy.
Yeah.
It was like he was at the park.
Greatest dunk ever. Love you, Vince.
We're out in New York
No,
City.
Vince is one of the most magnificent human beings that's ever lived.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's unreal. That type of athleticism and grace and artistry.
We're in New York City right now with Action Bronson hanging out. He's got a beautiful, beautiful new album, and I use that word very deliberately. It has all the energy and all of the bars and the humor and the stories that you want from Action Bronson. But it's a beautiful body of work.
Thank you very much, man.
You know, it's got a lot of heart and soul in it. I know you put a lot of effort, a lot of love into it.
Every time I do all the art, I like to give you everything from the rooter to the tutor.
What was the
What was that album? What was that album back in the day? Fucking from the Midwest group, from the rooter to the tutor.
It wasn't Nappy Roots?
Yeah, exactly. It was,
Yeah. Something like that.
I don't know why I thought of that. Jazzy Faye on production.
Jazzy was fire. He had a moment.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'll rhyme on some Jazzy Fizzle.
Speaking of production, so let's talk about, you know, you collaborators, your friends on this record that you worked with.
Well, I got The Alchemist, of
course.
I got Derringer, of course, and just me.
Exactly. So you kept it nice and tight.
Nice and easy.
Yeah.
It's just, man, Derringer's always at my studio. He lives in Queens. He chills. He has phenomenal music. The man is he's a brilliant musical mind. He's very, he's contained, but he's brilliant in his mind. Alchemist is just, he's now a rapper again.
Yes.
Fucking
Which
late.
is fantastic, by the way.
He came through with some heat.
He did.
He's been spitting heat lately. I think he's the best new rapper of the year, rookie of the year.
Yeah, one of them for sure. No, it's incredible. It's funny, because I'm trying to think and you'll know way more than I will. My history gets a little potted around that time. But did he ever touch a mic again after Hooligans? Really?
Yeah, during the infantry and
That's right. Yes.
Hold You Down and
Hold You
Nina
Down.
Sky. He
Yeah,
dropped
yeah.
that album. He had
That's
some
right,
things.
Yeah, that's right.
He's done some things throughout the years with Oh No, with Evidence. A lot of good stuff. That's just you got to. But he's reached the pinnacle right now where he's feeling free.
Yeah.
He ripped on a Hit Boy joint too, didn't he?
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
he's just musically free. He's doing his thing. He's doing whatever he wants.
Yeah.
It feels good to do that. It feels good to do whatever the fuck you want.
It must be really nice as well for the two of you to be at similar points in your life now. He's caught up. He's got a family, and so the fact that you actually have some stability around this thing that started out being, like you said, just doing what you love, and now it's like, wait a minute, we
He's
can support
old,
him.
bro. I'm young. Fuck out of here. No, but that's what I'm saying. Like that man, he's like the Energizer Bunny. Literally, he doesn't. I don't think there's anyone that outworks that motherfucker or like. I think me and him rival each other of wake up and like time ratio up during a day to sleep wise.
Yeah.
I mean, the clip that he released shit last year is wild. It was like every other month it was another Al project.
That's what I'm saying. He's a beast.
He's a beast.
He's an animal.
So what is relaxation to you?
Who? Relaxation?
Yeah.
I don't know. Relaxation is not having to fucking do anything unless I want to do it.
Oh, that's cool, but that's life.
Not really.
Really?
Sometimes you got to do shit. Sometimes you got to do shit every day. You can't just not do what you have to do. Just because you do certain things, there's still other things that need to be done. Obligations. So those must be fulfilled. And then you could play around. I'm not going to Aruba and laying down on the thing. I travel all year round. I don't give a fuck about in Aruba laying on the beach. I'll do that whenever. I like going in the ocean in the winter anyway.
Yeah, you do.
I do.
Yeah, you do.
There's a lot of wildlife out there right now. I love swimming with them, but that's their land. I'll come when they leave.
Ever gotten hairy out there for you?
Nope.
Never gotten in any trouble?
Not with an animal, but yeah, with a fucking massive wave with like a 13-footer.
Yeah.
I got dragged into it on a jet ski and just
Poof.
I just got
it's
jammed
It's
up.
the machine that'll get you, man. In
Well,
that
no,
situation
the
as
machine
well.
was fine. I jumped off of it and it was a good time. It was a good learning experience.
Where's your favorite beach to swim at in the winter?
I love going out to Lido Beach or to Long Beach out there. Robert Moses has a beautiful wave sometimes. Rockaway 86th is gorgeous. They call it the box. Jersey is fucking heavy duty. Like Jenks, I almost got spiked straight down there. Like I'm not,
What do you mean?
it's a shore break and it's a very heavy, it's off a jetty, which is the rocks
Right.
that go into the water.
Right.
So the wave forms off that motherfucker and just like funnels and creates this like very heavy barrel. And if you get caught up in it, it'll slam you straight down into that much water and the rest sand.
Yeah.
And you'll be paralyzed.
Yeah, you're done.
So you don't want that. You got to be real
It's the
fucking
same out in
real
California.
deal over there.
It's the same out in California, man, in Los Angeles.
Yeah, the wedge.
Everyone runs out to those beaches out in Zoomer and they're like, yay! And then they get caught in a set.
I mean, I'm talking about if you
bad.
go to the wedge, you're not going to the wedge to swim.
Nah. I got caught in a bad set one time, one weekend out in Malibu.
They call it the set from Tibet. Comes out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. And I just hadn't read the ocean, so I didn't know how to sit it out, right? Because you can sit it out if you know what you're doing. So I tried to get back in. I got caught out there and I got tumbled, right? I got tumbled up. And as I came out, there was this old guy who was wading into the water as I was trying to get out. He was wading in my direction. And I'm like upside down. My neck hurts, my head hurts, but I can still move. I'm lucky. But I got hit. He's just yelling at me over the waves. And I'm like, what's this old guy yelling at me? Like, I'm seeing stars at this point. I'm like, and he comes up to me and he's just like, I'm a spinal surgeon.
Oh shit.
I'm a spinal surgeon. What are you doing? Are you out of your mind? Are you crazy? Do you know how lucky you are? That was one of the most stupid things I've ever seen. You know what? You just got caught up in, like, he just went at me, bro.
Shit.
It was beautiful. I was grateful for him, but I was like, yeah, that was probably the most scared I've ever been in the ocean for sure.
The ocean doesn't play games. Like I said, if you want that stoke, you have to pay with your life.
We're having conversations on and off there, fascinating conversations with Action Bronson. It only makes sense that they would carry over and blur into one another. We were talking about some of the experiences that you've had swimming in oceans and seeing, and immersing yourself in environments that some people would think twice of, getting off the coast of South Africa and bodyboarding when everybody knows that South Africa, in particular Cape Town and areas like that, are just rife with great white sharks. And
This is particularly a little cove in Bondi Beach in Australia.
Yeah.
It was a little cove. We had to stop. We had to take the boat, stop, then maybe take a little dinghy to the shore.
Yeah.
But me, stupid, of course, I'm like, nah, I'm going to swim. And they're like, nah, man, that's the great white nursery right there. That's where they're breeding. But I still jumped off the boat and swam ashore. I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know. And I didn't want to get eaten. I just felt like they might have been sleeping. Or they weren't home. Listen, I did it, then 2 other people did, and I was like, fuck it, we all doing it. They got to catch this. They're going to catch us all?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they're hunting packs, bro. They'll come and get you all.
It wasn't enough distance for them to gather.
Few more over here.
There wasn't enough striking distance.
Right.
You understand? You ever saw that movie, Striking Distance?
No.
Bruce Willis.
There you go.
Great fucking movie.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Sarah Jessica Parker.
He's a river cop.
Yeah, he was a river fucking cop.
I don't know, man. There's something in you that, like, it's an interesting dichotomy for me. Someone who loves you to bits, someone who wants to build a beautiful life for your family and enjoy all the fruits of it, but is willing to throw yourself in the water when you know the sharks are probably ready to.
Yeah, but I'm ready to defend. I'm just ready to defend if I need to. I want to share. I wasn't messing with them. I just wanted to get ashore.
Mm-hmm.
They knew that.
Mm-hmm. They felt the energy.
No, they knew that.
Yeah,
I told them, and then I got in the water. That's what really happened.
That's a beautiful thing.
I didn't want to tell you before, but
That's a beautiful thing.
I made a call.
Because I don't know how you defend yourself against a great white shark.
No, you don't. You don't. You talk.
You don't.
You let them know you're here just for a second. I'm just passing through.
Mm-hmm.
That's that. I'm not here to hurt anybody. They knew. Listen, you got to understand something. When you're a nature boy, you speak with nature. You're one with nature. The rays, they literally radiate off of you, and nature knows that you're all good. You know when dogs come up to you,
Yes.
other dogs will bark at other people, but they come right up to you?
Yes.
Squirrels come to me.
I had a moment yesterday when I was walking in New York, and a really large, like an insect, much larger than you would normally acknowledge, attached itself to my shin as I was walking. Just attached itself.
You're like a cockroach Cinderella.
It wasn't a squirrel.
Did you leave
okay.
it?
My instinct was, because I'm in a process of figuring out some really good stuff in my life, my instinct was to brush it off, which I did.
Yeah.
But what I did do,
Gently.
I stopped, it landed on the ground, and I went back, and I crouched down, and I just, rubbed my finger next to it just gently, and then moved on. I looked crazy, but I felt like it was enough to say, I acted rashly. I understand that you were just coming to have a moment.
I think they understood that. And I think
felt
that was the right thing to do, honestly.
I felt that.
You just have to go with what you feel.
Yeah.
If that's what you felt, that's what you did.
What's one of your favorite and most memorable experiences where you've tapped into that energy and felt like there was nothing between you and whatever you were communicating with or connecting with, either in nature or in life or in just an energy experience?
It happens a lot. It usually happens naked on balconies, looking at the moon through a telescope.
Mm.
So the last one, I can't really I don't know. It's clarity comes constantly.
Do you find a lot of yourself in nature a lot? Do you make room for that?
Yeah, well, my whole outdoor area of my home is nature-filled, so it feels like you're walking into the Amazon. There's lots of plant life around and different fauna and flora. So I like to keep that type of oxygen around me. I like to keep indigenous plants to the area. I like to go look at different trees and plants and go look at flowers.
Where does it go for you when it's time to paint? I want to know when you know the difference in the discipline, the creative discipline between making the music and deciding that you have to express yourself on the canvas.
All these things correlate. I'm in the studio, I'm listening to some MMA podcast or some shit talking about the upcoming fights, analyzing, breaking down, foresight. I'm working out, I have elbow braces on, I'm sweating. I look at the painting, I'm like, fuck this, give me the thing real quick. And I just start doing something, then hit a set, do it again. Sometimes it's the moments are whenever. I have to wake up in the middle of the night and just go.
Yeah.
Can't say anything, I just go.
Just go.
There's something in my mind, I have to do a skull. And I just do a skull. And then I go home. Because sometimes I have to, I'm thinking about it so much, it has to come out. Only the things that I'm able to. That I could really profess in the way I want.
It's beautiful, man. It's a life in service of the arts, bro. And in service of the energy of the arts. It's amazing. Like, you got such and you're young.
And sports. I'm really, truly I don't know, I'm a proponent of life. And all the shit that happens. Good, bad, mid-range shit. Everyone needs some mids. You know, you need all this. You need knockaround guys. You need it all.
Yeah.
We've created something nice here. I don't know. Feel good. You were going to say something.
I was going to say...
I saw you take a breath.
I was going to say, you getting into, sports, MMA. I mean, you just spent Texas and Rogan down at his dojo. I mean, you were really putting in work down there. I mean, talk to me about that experience and I don't know. Rogan seems like a very complex guy, layered, a lot of stuff going on. But I want to know what that time was like with him in his space, in his dojo.
We spent the whole day together. I've known him for a while now. I've done his show 3 times since I can't even remember the first time. It was a long time ago. And, I'm a massive fan of mixed martial arts and UFC forever since the fucking black cable box and
and it was fat dudes versus little ninjas.
Exactly.
Pirated VHS
I watched
shit.
the first one, me and my man Ronnie Rango,
bootleg.
We used to straight up watch all the wrestling. That shit came out, bum fights, all that shit. Anyone fucking fighting, whatever. So that love grew.
Sure.
To now that's all I really like. I'm so dialed in on that sport. It gives you so much to follow and so much to I don't know, just be entertained by and feel good about. And being there with Rogan, he's one of the most famous people in America and probably in the world, in a crazy way, but he's just Joe.
Yeah.
We're working out, swinging kettlebells in the sauna in underwear together and fucking cold plunger, just chilling. That's I don't really just fucking kicking it.
Yeah.
He's just a normal guy, he just these people have wider vision and outlook because of all the experiences they've had.
Yeah.
He's had a lot of experiences and he could articulate them well.
Yeah, he can.
And he listens well. And he's able to, process that information and come up with his rendition of it, and it's pretty incredible.
No, for sure. I mean, irrespective of...
But normal dude, like I said, just a chill dude.
Yeah. Look, I mean, the opinions and views and visions belong to the beholder, and unless we're having a conversation with me and him, and we're not going to get into that. But from a skill set point of view, from the ability to be able to communicate with people and make it enthralling and make it interesting as someone who endeavors to do that in my life, I think he's fantastic at what he does.
I mean, you have to stoke the fire. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
There's ways to ask questions. There's way to coax things out of people, and if you're good at that, you're the top.
Yeah. You talk about sports, though. I got to bring this up, bro. I really wanted that Jalen Brunson cover when he fell on you courtside.
Yeah.
We in New York. You a Knicks fan.
Mm-hmm.
I know you feeling good right now, bro. Mikal Bridges, the whole thing that happened. Like, how you feeling?
I'm not gonna lie, I miss fucking Hartenstein.
Oh, that's tough.
That's a tough one because
I hate Oklahoma City, too.
He's an intangible player, bro. Yes, he gives you numbers, but he does things on the court other players are not willing
Now
to
you
do.
ain't got no bigs.
But he does things other players aren't willing to do.
Yeah.
He'll dive, sacrifice his body, tip, this, all that other stuff, man. He's like, okay.
Josh Hart does it, too.
No, I'm saying, but a big,
Yeah.
like a real big
Yeah.
dog. So I was going to say Josh Hart does it, too, but that's without fucking question. I feel great. We have Villanova back together.
Which I got 5 now? 4?
20. Everybody. I feel good about the team. I'm going to do a performance for them in their Central Park, like they're doing like a live podcast show. Do a little thing with them. It'll be nice. I'm trying to bring them on Fuck That's Delicious.
Beautiful.
Maybe go do practice with them. Dunk on somebody.
Be careful now. You got that lower body thing that you don't disclose.
Don't fucking tell nobody that. I'm gonna wear the jumping shoes. I'm gonna put the jumping shoes on.
All right.
So we were just talking about health, and we were talking about staying fit, and you were talking about Joe Rogan, and you were going to mention his crazy setup is like insane.
Oh yeah, the gym is stupid. It's like massive, just like a dream facility for a one-man gang. You know, just being in there solo, that's like fucking hell yeah. That's my clarity moment.
Yeah.
It has the sauna, it has the nice cold plunge. That was a fucking crazy
Your
experience.
first cold plunge, right?
That was your first one.
Well, I've done them, but I've gotten out immediately. I stayed in for a minute. That shit, literally 1 minute, that was fucking...
Yeah, so I got into them. I'm pretty into them, and I don't do them all the time because I don't have access to one to do it every day. But when I do it, I can do it. Like I can get in the one in like the Russian spa, which is very, very cold.
That's what I was gonna say. I think we should go to Scandinavia.
Yeah, they're very cold
I think
ones.
in the river I'd be easier to do it because I just have to go.
Well, because you're
Here, I
one with
have to-
nature.
That's what. Here I dip in one leg by the other. My fucking balls are
You
in
can't
my
do that. You
brain.
just got to go in.
Like, nah.
I
You walk.
have to.
It's no good. There's some sort of. I need nature
Right.
to cleanse me.
Yeah, you got to be careful though. One of the last times I did it when it was colder, because the thing is you can't always tell where your ratio is. So you think that the one that you're in is as cold as the one you were in, so you can stay in as long, and you don't realize that it's like 10 degrees colder. You're just not recognizing that, and then it's just like whoa. And I definitely got out. And I
How
was
cold
like,
do you get?
I'm trying to think what it was.
Under freezing,
No, it wasn't. No, it would have been close. It wasn't under freezing.
but like around like 32.
Yeah, like it was getting up to 40. It was like late 30s, 40s.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, the head under and everything.
Well, nah, he had the shit cranked up to like 198 in the sauna, which is heavy duty, and then then into the cold plunge.
I was in a
2 times.
sauna. It was 245 the other day.
See, man, I haven't done it. To just enter at 200 is like
That's when you're breathing through your nose, and your nose is absolutely stinging with every breath.
What's your eyeballs doing in that? I can't do that.
you fucking cook brisket at 200. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to go in at 200. Hansel and Gretel shit.
So he's back from Europe. This brand new album, this beautiful classical piece of work. Now we all know now Johann Sebastian Bachlava. You know, this beautiful lineage that you've extended from the classical works to a modern classical work.
Thank you so much.
Which I'm really grateful to have as a fan of your music. I don't quite know. What was with the David Schwimmer line? That grabbed me for some reason.
I don't know, man.
Just don't like him?
I'm not mad at him. I'm just,
You said we're not fucking friends. I didn't understand.
it
It
was
seems
just
like everyone would be friends with that guy.
I wanted to let you know, like him, we're not friends. And I also saw him in like London in this random shawarma spot, and there was a picture of him. Apparently, they did his wedding,
Right.
and I had a beef with him then too.
Why?
Just when I saw the picture, it didn't sit well.
He just...
It just didn't. So since that's what I think I added the line after, it didn't sit well with me.
I mean,
I saw it like this.
Bad vibes.
I mean,
bad
dude,
vibes.
Band of Brothers, he was a fucking fantastic asshole in that
Yeah,
movie.
I didn't see that movie.
Oh my
This
God.
is not a
He's
David Schwimmer. This is a
It's a
the
role.
one-
It's a role.
Which one is Band of Brothers? Is it the one with Tyrese?
No.
Oh, that's Four Brothers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, Andre 3000.
Yeah.
World War II, U.S. Air Force Rangers.
It's quite a good film.
Yeah, Four Brothers, yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I rock with it. Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah,
The one brother died, and it was like, yo, that's
I mean,
spoiler alert.
come on, man.
Yeah, but the one brother that wasn't famous,
That's
he
the
died. guy.
movie.
Yeah,
That's the
like,
movie.
Oh, man,
That's the
damn,
movie.
Yeah.
That's the movie. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
man?
I like it.
I just fuck with Tyrese as an actor.
You do.
strong.
That's all right.
He's strong in Transformers.
Yeah, I've actually
Tyrese
never
in
saw that.
You never saw Transformers?
Nah.
Who's in your top category of favorite actors? Like, who do you
Harvey
love?
Keitel.
Amazing.
Good.
answer.
Really good.
Who else do I love? Delroy Lindo.
Oh yeah, man. Man. Get a little dance from
Yeah.
me.
Who
Yeah.
else?
Yeah.
I don't know. Who else?
Who do you love?
I love Pesci.
Four Bloods. Is that the one
Pesci.
he's in?
Yeah, I love Joe Pesci. His range is unbelievable.
Mm.
One of my favorite low-key movies from his is The Super.
Super's great. I knew I was gonna say that. I was say that because he's comedic, but he's
comedic.
also like the mobster dude.
And Ruben Blades is in that movie, who I love also.
Amazing too.
Harry Dean Stanton as an older actor. I love that guy.
Yeah.
Harry Dean Stanton's a character actor. I love that shit.
I got to see his face.
He was remember the first Alien movie? He was the guy wearing the white jumpsuit, the mechanic with the hat.
Him.
Yeah.
Him. I don't fucking remember that guy. I'm trying to think who else I like. I don't even know who else, man.
Where's the tour go next?
Val Kilmer.
Great actor.
He's all right. He's not great.
Nah, he is great.
He's all right.
Nah, he's played some roles. Listen, as soon
Who
as
else, man?
his role as Jim
The
Morrison
Rock.
was enough to settle
Yeah,
that.
you're right.
The Rock. Come on, fam. Shut up, Dwayne. But come on.
Him.
You know, he fooled the Doors with his own versions of the Doors songs. He fooled the actual Doors. So, come on.
Seriously?
Yeah. They said, okay, now play Val. We know what Jim sounds like. And Oliver Stone was like, that was Val.
Yeah, nah, I mean, that was next level.
Next level.
Let's go Michael Keaton.
Oh, you just went back to back
Fantastic.
Batman. So I saw what you
Nah,
did. You
he's
were
great.
Batman.
No, just when he's,
were
I just, for
Batman.
some reason, I like Michael Keaton as a better Batman. There's no doubt.
Great
he's the best.
straight-faced comedian, too.
Phenomenal.
No, he's great.
Underrated movie, The Paper.
Very good film.
One of my favorites.
And
Who, me?
other guys, when he's yelling the screaming, one of my favorite
Oh,
scenes.
yeah,
in the
yeah,
last
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Gung Ho.
Gung Ho's a great.
I remember that
Gung
one.
Ho-
Remember that? What was it? The Japanese
Japanese car
car
company.
game. I remember that
Company.
one.
Exactly.
That used to be on TV a lot. I didn't have cable, so I got to see that one.
And a sleeper, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Ah,
You know what I watched the other day?
Phenomenal actor.
really?
JCVD.
Award-winning.
JCVD showed off his range.
Let's say this. He fucking changed an entire generation of human beings.
With his acting, though?
With his splits, his martial arts ability,
But is that his acting?
his dancing.
But is that
You know what? I watched Kickboxer the other day.
You see that?
He was supposed to
You
be
know that
drunk
shit.
in that
Come
scene.
on.
Everybody playing him. Everybody's playing him. He was drunk in that scene, guys.
That's a phenomenal
Yeah,
scene.
he was hammered.
Come on. You don't dance like that unless your knees don't move like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Unless you're in St. Louis.
Wrap
Beat up the whole bar.
Wrap your hands in broken glass.
I mean, that fucking changed my life.
Fucking amazing movie.
Yeah, it was great.
Kumite changed my life.
Kumite.
You changed my life.
You changed mine.
love
You know
you.
that.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know you did.
Yeah.
More than anyone would even know.
This man right here is a work of art and a work in progress, like we all are, like we
Yep.
all hope to be. And all you can do is absorb the colors and the spirits and the energy around you and translate it into something that can be of value to yourself, the people you care about, and the people you're trying to reach and trying to make better. That's how we're going to change the world. Action Bronson is a human being who understands that principle, applies it in every form of his life, even through the moments where you're trying to improve. I know there's improvement. I love you. It's great
Love
to
you
see
too.
you.
Thank
Yeah,
you
man.
for having me. everybody.
It's great to see you,
Thank you.
man. Johann Sebastian Bachlava, you know, the album is done, and I got to give myself a few publishing points along the way, you know what I mean?
Let's go. Rip
I got to get a
Let's
couple
go.
of cents in
Let's
the bank
go.
once in a while.
Let's go. I'm
Yes.
trying to buy you out.